The Traxxas Slash versus the Traxxas Stampede. The ultimate battle, the ultimate showdown, but which one's better? In this episode, we are gonna find out. Now, the two I have are both 4x4 models here. Now, this is a BL2S, and then this one is a BL2S, but I did make some upgrades and modifications to this. We do have the 3S system in it, but we're gonna ignore it. We're gonna put the 2S in it, 2S in that. We're gonna see which one handles better, which one hooks up on the dirt better, which one jumps better, which one bashes better, and obviously go over which one is more durable. But heads up, had the Slash for 2 years, have not broken a single part on the Slash. Well, actually, I take that back. I did blow out a bearing, but you know, bearings are hit or miss with reliability. But we are live on scene. We have a nice, beautiful park. We got some rock, gravel, like stuff back there. We got some dirt over there where the Slash actually does the best over there. We got some ramps to hit, you know, under my feet. Big giant rock pile here. Sorry guys, it's a little bit windy out here. Your boy's still trying to get a windproof mic. That will happen eventually, but not until you guys subscribe. Because you know, your boy needs to get monetized, and once I get monetized, I could get better gear, bring some more entertainment, make some better videos, get more trucks, more upgrades, more things. But enough blabbering, let's go rip the Slash. So before we take the Slash out for a rip right here, we got the bodies off. We got the Slash and we got the Stampede. Now the Stampede is upgraded a little bit, but we're gonna ignore all that. Now basically these are the same platform here. Now we got the motor, ESC, receiver here, battery goes right next to it, and it's pretty much the same setup here. Motor, ESC, steering, servo, and then the receiver's up front. Just a little bit different, not too much different. And the biggest difference is going to be your A-arms and the size of the tires. Obviously, the Stampede's a little bit bigger. The A-arm's a little bit different, but now let's go rip the Slash. Now this is where the Slash is really gonna shine, is in this kind of terrain. Being a short course truck, the handling is going to be so much better than the monster truck. You still jump it though. And you just get that cool suspension look with the body roll. Oh man, so amazing. Now, obviously, you're going to have less ground clearance with the Slash here compared to the Stampede. But it's still an absolute tank and a blast to drive. Look! Now, even with the low clearance, it does have a tendency to roll over once in a while. But obviously, you could still go through some thick grass here. Grass is about as tall as the Stampede, and we're just trucking on through. No problem with traction roll. Now let's see how she handles some jumps here. If I get enough speed. Oh, that is one thing about the Slash. She does tend to nosedive. But absolute blast to run this thing. Now obviously it's going to have a little bit harder time in the rougher terrain. But small gravel like this, perfect. And this is also going to be better because you're going to be rolling this over less often. Oh, that was a hard hit. Recovery. Haha. But also with these big bodies on the trophy trucks here, the body is almost like a giant piece of armor. It kind of overlaps all of the suspension. It covers the wheels and stuff. So it actually ends up making the truck very, very tough. And it's super hard to break suspension parts when they're tucked in up under the body like that. So when you crash, it just hits the body. Makes it super durable. Do a little flyby. Oh! And as you just seen, we caught a giant rock. Flipped it right over. But is she still alive? Oh yeah, we're fine. She good. Now, obviously, with the smaller tires on this thing, you're not going to get much air control when you're jumping. For that, you're going to need some bigger, heavier tires to get some more air control. But you do have a very little mount. Gotta have a little love in your heart for the Slash here. And it just looks so much better when it's running around, seeing the suspension work. Love it. But before we kill the battery, let's take it to the environment where this thing absolutely shines, the dirt. Now guys, it has been a few weeks since I last recorded. Now it takes me a few days to a few weeks to finish some of these videos. So if you guys would subscribe and hit that like button, you would highly help me out, guys. But here goes where it shines, baby, in the dirt. Oh yeah, shooting up that rooster tail. Oh, I love it. And the handling is just absolutely phenomenal. This is a 4-wheel drive model. No gyro on it. This is all just hand control right here. And it's just absolutely handles like a dream. Now this is the BL2S version with the 2S battery in it. Not exactly the fastest. It's Traxxas replacement for the brush motor that they have, but pretty quick, almost 30 mile an hour. I don't have a GPS, but you know, it's about 30. Now air stunting isn't gonna be much of a thing with these small tiny tires, but man, does it handle like a frickin' boss. Can we do a backflip? No. Now, being a short course truck, this thing is designed to take some ramps, so. Oh, perfect. It lands perfect, it's got great handling. Oh yeah, she's nice and tough. This thing, oop, sometimes it does get air caught up under the body, and it does do like a little parachute effect where the air just catches it, and this thing will just take off like this and then just like do a backflip. But still an absolute blast. This thing's so loud when it crashes though. Hollow body. But it jumps smooth, it lands smooth. All right, I think we beat this thing enough. Time to go whip out the Stampede. Now the Stampede, we're gonna have more clearance underneath. We're gonna have taller tires. We're gonna be able to do wheelies. And this thing is gonna be way better at jumping than the Slash. Now this thing doesn't have the 3S power system in it, so it's going to be a little bit more punchy with the 2S on it still, compared to the Slash. But this thing, with the extra clearance, the bigger tires, extra suspension travel, you're going to be able to jump this thing a lot higher. Oh, that's freaking cool. But the handling is not going to be as good as the Slash. This thing's going to roll over a lot more often. But you could absolutely send this thing. Perfect. All right, let's do us a little flyby here. Meow. Now this loose terrain and stuff, oh, this thing can go through loose terrain just as good as a Slash can, but you're not going to be able to swing it around and drift as good as the Slash. Now with the bigger tires, you're going to have way more air control jump in this thing. You're going to be able to do wheelies just like I did there. Let's see if we could do that again. There we go. A little bit of wheelie action. And you're going to be able to cruise through the grass much quicker because of the ground clearance. And on top of that, you can ramp up trees. Kind of fun. So you're going to be able to do more air stunts with this, just like that. Absolutely fun. Woo! Send it, baby, is what we're here for. Send it! Send it! Yes, sir! Full beans! But running around in the parking lot like this is where the Slash is going to excel, because it's just got better handling. It's not going to roll over on you as much, so you're not going to be chasing it down and flipping it over. Now we see it can handle the ramps, it can handle the gravel. See how she does on the dirt. All right, let's roost up some tails here, baby. Now the Stampede's not gonna handle this good on the dirt here. It's a little bit more of a handful. It likes to kick the back end out a lot. So you gotta counter steer quite a bit compared to the Slash. The Slash kind of just straight tracks. This one keeps sliding because it's got a little bit more weight in the back end. But once again, no dry row. This is just all me. But super easy to handle. I think the best thing about the Stampede compared to the Slash, you can do backflips. Oh, let's just do a redo. There we go, a little backflip action, baby. One more. Come on. Ah, well, you get the point. Overall, you got higher clearance, you got more of a monster truck feel. You could bash it pretty hard and it'll take it. Absolute blast. Now comparing the Slash to the Stampede here, it's all on preference, guys. Now the preferred one I like is the Stampede, but I'm more of a monster truck guy. I like the wheelies, I like the flips, I like the big tires, you know what I mean? I like the chance to bring it over on two tires when taking like a tight turn and stuff like that. Absolute blast to me. But I like the Slash too, you know what I mean? I love the Slash also, the handling, the fact that it doesn't flip as much as the Stampede itself, which is pretty nice. I like that attribute about it. I like the fact you could do backflips with the Stampede, kind of treat it like a stunt truck in a way. You could go over more terrain, thicker terrain, heavier terrain, and just the fact of jumping it and doing flips. Like, that's my favorite thing, but it's all up to preference. What do you guys prefer? Put it down in the comments below. Let me know what you like. Do you prefer the Stampede for the flipping action and the monster truck feel? Or do you prefer the Slash for the absolute handling capability that it has? Let me know. But guys, you know what to do. Hit that like button. Subscribe to see some more awesome content. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Stay tuned.